Hey guys, we're here in the basement today and just wanted to record a quick video talking about the Mosaic system. So this may be something you've heard me mention before. So just wanted to tell you a little bit about what mosaics are and how we use them. So mosaics were essentially developed somewhat behind closed doors by credit agencies as a way to essentially segment people into different groups. So what they've done is essentially grouped every single American household into one of 71 different types, mosaic types or groups. And that's based off of hundreds of different different data points that they know about you. Kind of goes into determining which type you fall in. So your age, your income, where you work, what you spend money on, your internet habits and things like that. All these different things kind of come together to essentially put you in a box. Now we know we're all individuals, but once we know kind of what mosaic type that someone falls into, we can pretty accurately predict within about 85% certainty that they're going to feel this way about these things and kind of have these preferences. So here's all 71 mosaics. You'll notice some are similar colors. There's 17 different groups. So each of those groups have some similarities between them with their age and behaviors, but each of these different types, all 71, are going to be very different. And to kind of illustrate that, I'm going to put the map of Chicago up here, and this is looking at Chicago through the lens of mosaics. And you can see here that there's a lot of different colors and numbers on here, and basically what that means is each different color and number represent a different mosaic type in that community. And you can see if you're an organization in that community, how important it is to know what mosaics are in your area, because your strategy of reaching these people is going to be totally different, in this case even across the street from each other. So coming back a little bit about mosaics, some of the things we know and why they're important is once we know what types of mosaics you have, we can get some good information to really connect with these people. So what kind of marketing medium and communication styles do these people prefer? Are they going to be only receptive to direct mail and newspaper, or are you going to only be able to reach these people through digital ads and Facebook and YouTube and things like that? And that's some things we'll discover based on their mosaic type, but also messaging. So now that we know how to reach them and what medium to use to reach them, what do we say? And having the right messaging going through the right medium to the right people is important. And none of this is to trick anybody or anything like that. It's really just saying, how can we best tell the story of who we are to the people that we know we're talking to in a way they're going to understand and that's going to resonate with them. So that's one of the reasons we look at these things. I'm going to put up another graph here. This really shows basically all 71 mosaics on a quadrant. So you have quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on your y-axis, you have income. So mosaics with lower incomes are at the bottom, mosaics with higher incomes at the top. And then x-axis is age, from young to old. So you can kind of see how they kind of play out there. The reason we do this is because when we're working with organizations, the first thing we'll do is kind of what you saw there with Chicago, is look at every single household in their community. Usually it's a 20-minute drive or something like that, and say, okay, what are the top mosaics in this area? And typically the top 3 mosaics, they can have up to 50% of the population could be in the top 3 mosaics, whether that's 5,000 people or 5 million people. And we'll look at all those households and say, hey, here's the reality of your community. Here's who these people are. The next thing we'll do, and this is very important, is understanding who is in that organization. And we'll take an address list of their organization, whether that be their donors, their church attendees, their customers, whatever it may be. We'll take that and we'll analyze all those households and say, here are the top mosaics in your organization. And that what that does is gives a great picture of, okay, here's who we're reaching, here's who we are, and here's how we're equipped to reach our community, and then also looking at the community and finding really two things. The first is, in our community, are there other people that are similar to us, to who we're already reaching, to who we already know is receptive to what we're doing, and can we go reach them, and where are they? And we'll look at that. And then the second thing is, okay, we know who we are, we know who our community is. There's a few groups it looks like that we may not be reaching. What are some ways we can reach and engage with them? And that could be as easy as, hey, these people should be receptive to what we're doing, but because we're presenting things this way, or we're only doing direct mail campaigns or something like that, we're not reaching this group. And if we just changed a few things, we'll be able to reach all these people. Or it could be, hey, if we change a few things here and there, these people aren't normally receptive to what we're doing, but it's a way we can reach them and have a better chance of reaching them by doing these things a little different here. So that's kind of how we use Mosaics and why we use them, just because our whole goal is really connecting you to your communities, and that's a great way to do it. So if you'd like to talk more, my name's Andrew Sparza. I'm the founder of Kingdom Analytics, and we'd be happy to talk with you and take a look at your community and discover what mosaics are in your area, and even which ones are in your organization, because there's a lot of cool information you can kind of get from some of that. And I know from the start it can sound a little scary and stuff, but really the whole goal is, how can we best reach these people to help them? And we'll look at things. If you're a church, we'll look at, hey, what are these people looking for in a Sunday service, in a pastor, in worship service? How are they equipped to serve others, and what kind of outreach do they need for themselves? How do they look at giving? All kinds of things. And for organizations with customers, we'll look at, hey, what are the buying styles of these people? Are they going to prefer the American-made product or a value product? And kind of how do we communicate and reach them that way? So there's tons of different applications, from private schools and reaching more student families, understanding your donors and better engaging with them and how they perceive information and the process they go through internally for giving. So tons of applications for all different kind of organizations. And if you're doing good in the world, we're happy to work with you. So again, my name's Andrew Esparza, and I'm the founder of Kingdom Analytics, and look forward to hoping to talking with you soon. Thanks.